thing's way off. Okay. Quite the production over here. There we go. I'm gonna try to say this without any commentary. I know at one point I'll have to say something. Just gonna throw this out there. I need more light in this place. What I need. Here we go. Let's do it like this. This is out of the Gospel of John 14, verse 15. Jesus says, "If you love me, keep my commandments. And I will pray the Father, and he will give you another helper, that he may abide with you forever." This helper. "The Spirit of truth, whom the world cannot receive." So here it is. He says, he will give you another helper, speaking of the Spirit of truth, that he may abide with you forever. The Spirit of truth, whom the world cannot receive, because it neither sees him nor knows him. Speaking of, I'm not going to say that. But you know him, for he dwells with you and will be in you. The Spirit of truth, who the world cannot see, but you know him, for he dwells with you and will be in you. Spiritually speaking. "I will not leave you orphans, I will come to you. A little while longer, and the world will see me no more. But you will see me, because I live, you will live also. At that day you will know that I am in my Father, and you in me." Speaking to the believer who loves him. "At that day you will know that I am in my Father, and you in me, and I in you." It's unity. Okay? They talk about this, especially in the Gospel of John, through these chapters here. You and me, and I in you. "He who has my commandments and keeps them," that's a condition, "it is he who loves me. And he who loves me will be loved by my Father. And I will love him and manifest myself to him." Once again, he says, I'm coming to you. I will be living in you. You and me, I and you, this thing. Let me do that one again. "He who has my," can you see the conditions here? "He who has my commandments," I've got them written here, as you probably have a Bible floating around somewhere. "He who has my commandments and keeps them," I always go back to Matthew 4, 5, and 6. Yeah, I know my battery's low. Matthew 4, 5, and 6. "He who has my commandments and keeps them, it is he who loves me. And he who loves me will be loved by my Father, and I will love him and manifest myself to him." Verse 22, Judas, not Iscariot, said to him, "Lord, how is it that you will manifest yourself to us and not to the world?" Jesus answered and said to him, "If anyone loves me," answering his question, "if anyone loves me, he will keep my word." Matthew 5, 6, and 7, amongst others. "If anyone loves me, he will keep my word, and my Father will love him, and we, Jesus and the Father and the Son, will come to him and make our home with him." See, it said back here in the beginning, let's see here, "keep my commandments, love," it says, I always talk about that, dwelling within you. This is spiritually speaking. Let's see. He said, "If anyone loves me, he will keep my word, and my Father will love him, and we will come to him and make our home with him. He who does not love me does not keep my words, and the word which you hear is not mine, but the Father's who sent me." Jesus is saying that God is speaking through him. All the acts and everything he does you read about in the Bible, in the Gospels, is God working through him. So he says, "He who does not love me does not keep my words. And the word which you hear," he says, people just don't, they're not going to listen to what I'm saying, which happens to be not my words, but the Father who sent me. See? "These things I have spoken to you while being present with you, but the Helper, the Holy Spirit, whom the Father will send in my name, he will teach you all things." Let's do that again. "But the Helper, the Holy Spirit, whom the Father will send in my name. He will teach you all things and bring to your remembrance all things that I said to you, or words that he's spoken here. So, you got Jesus, you got his words. I always go back to Matthew 5, 6, 7. When he does his Sermon on the Mount. If you love Jesus, you follow his commandments. And for that, think of it as reward. Jesus comes to dwell within you, and God himself, and the Spirit of truth, and the Holy Spirit. You have all these things going for you. My question to you is, what more could you want? Or what more could you need? I'm no saint. I'm but just I've always talked about John, the chapter 14, 15, 16 in the Gospel of John. If you do Matthew 5, 6, and 7, which is what we're strive to, walking like Jesus, we get John 14, 15, 16. What could possibly, well, I shouldn't say it that way. This whole world could go south on you. But what if you had Jesus, the Son, the Father, the Holy Spirit, the Spirit of truth, dwelling within you? Would it matter who was president? Would it matter who had their nukes pointing at you, or if you had the food, or you had the... Would it really matter? See, the vast chunks of my life where I did not know this and did not have this. Okay? You think, gee, if I was going to really prepare for the long term, I want this. This John 14, I want this. To me, that would be the ultimate prepper package. Simple message, not easy. Simple, but not easy. Get some time, read Matthew 5, 6, and 7. Then go read John 14, 15, 16. You can do it in minutes. It doesn't take very long. You Google it. And you don't have to figure it out. Just read it and stew on it for a while. And then read it again, stew on it some more. Maybe if you're really blessed, you might get some revelation out of it. You might even get the helper to come help you out with it. I spent my whole life trying to figure this stuff out all by myself, or watching videos, or listening to people, when I should have just shut up and listened. Wait for the helper to come. I'm not trying to make it sound too simple, but that's what it says. Love Jesus. You got his words. You got his commands. Keeping his words. You get the John 14. Heck of a package. Love you. God bless.